Rather than lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. It is that time where we start looking at every done deal in the transfer market, how are clubs doing, who has signed for who, and where exactly have the biggest done deals happened so far. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Let's get this video to 300 likes, and that is only when I will be updating you on a regular basis on what is happening around the window. And also subscribe to the podcast. We're very close to 50,000 subscribers. Please make sure we get that done. But for now, let's get into the done deals and see what is happening all over the market. First and foremost, Nicolas Shurey signing for Borussia Dortmund. I think is a signing they needed, strengthening their defense as well. I don't think it's a bad signing at all, actually. So Nicolas Shurey to Borussia Dortmund, that is a done deal. Cossy to Barcelona, another free deal from AC Milan to Barca. I think Barca have really done very well. They have financial problems. They need lots and lots of done deals. The fact that they brought in Cossy and a couple of other done deals that we shall see in this video. Of course, they brought in Andreas Christensen as well. They're looking at a couple of bargain deals in this summer. Xavi is asking for signings. They have to sell before they buy, but of course they can bring in some free deals. And Cossy is a cracking midfielder, had a cracking season with Milan, winning the Italian Serie A with them. So in my opinion, that is also a top signing for Barcelona, especially given the financial situation they are in. Now moving on, Rudiger to Real Madrid. Madrid do have an aging squad. They need to find replacements for a couple of players here and there, and of course they need to find quality, and they just can't spend all the money at once. They do have a fear for FFP rules, and they also have problems with the Liga and the salary cap and things like that. But Rudiger, of course, coming in from Chelsea on a free deal. Yes, he's earning a ridiculous amount of money. It's gonna be 500k per week. That is absolutely ridiculous. From Madrid to give it to Rudiger, 500,000. But I do not have a problem with that. It's a free deal at the end of the day. Madrid have not spent any money. He's a top defender. Many people have brought him in the conversation among the top 3 defenders in the Premier League last campaign. I think he deserves to be there. The fact that he's going to Real Madrid just makes them a little bit better. Of course, they do have Alaba already playing in that position with with Eder Militao. So Rudiger just adds to the quality. Is he world class? You can let me know in the comments below, but I think that one is another very good one. Now, Robert Lewandowski has confirmed this summer that he's going to be leaving Bayern Munich. Barcelona are trying to do whatever they can to sign him. This one is not a done deal, but surely, if you ask me, is it going to be done? Are they going to sign him? In my opinion, they will do. They will take him in at Barcelona. Xavi loves him. The player has set his eyes on a move away from Germany, and he only wants to join FC Barcelona. 40-30 million euros is what we will be looking at this summer. I think it's a good one. Of course, he's got the longevity in his career. If he goes to Barcelona, Barca in a very, very bad situation as well. Financially, they can sell players like Frankie de Jong, and of course let go of some deadwood in the squad. Just make their wage budget a little bit better to allow the signing of Robert Lewandowski from Bayern. He's very, very good. He's been averaging 30 goals per campaign for Bayern Munich. I do not see how Barcelona failed to do this one. So this one is confirmed. He's leaving Bayern. He's told Bayern Munich, I do not want to be playing for you next campaign. And he said, I hope you people understand, I hope the fans understand, and I hope the management understands. Not yet a done deal to Barcelona, but it's a confirmed one. He's gonna be leaving the Allianz Arena this summer. Moving on is Ryan Gravenberch at Bayern Munich. This one, guys, I thought he would be moving to the Premier League. Of course, Erik ten Hag moving to Manchester United. I thought he was gonna make that switch from Ajax to Manchester United. I also thought at some point in time the fact that Fernandinho is leaving Manchester City Pep Guardiola might think about Ryan Gravenberch, and I also wanted him at Arsenal Football Club because I'm a big Arsenal fan. But all those are not happening. It's a done deal. 25 million to Bayern Munich for Ryan Gravenberch. That is an absolute steal. It's a bargain. It's a real bargain. This kid is really talented, and I think going to Bayern Munich is just going to make him, just better with the likes of Goretzka and Kimmich around him. He's gonna get time to develop better. The manager there at Bayern is also another one that you can trust with developing young talent. So Ryan Gravenberch moving to the German Bundesliga, it's an absolute good deal. So Bayern, that one is an absolute bargain, an absolute steal, but they've done very, very well in terms of strengthening that midfield and also getting in better quality. Ivan Perisic to Tottenham Hotspur is a free deal. He's been playing with Inter Milan. He was asking for a couple of wages. Inter Milan decided they will let him go, and of course he's going to be rejoining and reuniting with Antonio Conte at Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs are really making very, very good signings this summer. We'll look at another one later in the future of this video. But Ivan Perisic is one of those players that just don't age. He's been linked with the Premier League clubs all his life: Manchester United, Arsenal, Spurs, and finally he has made his move to Spurs. That only shows you the quality and the influence a manager like Antonio Conte can have at a club. Look, I don't think Spurs would have signed Ivan Perisic without Antonio Conte. This is an Antonio Conte signing for them for free. It's another ridiculous one. I think the next 2 to 3 years he's going to be absolutely balling in the Premier League. Let's wait and see how that one will affect the Premier League and Premier League defenders. Of course, if you if you hate Tottenham, if you love Tottenham, talk to me in the comments below. Alexander Lacazette from Arsenal to Lyon, going back there, signing a 4-year deal. He's only 30, by the way. I think this is the end of his career for me. After Lyon, he might actually go to America or China. He came to Arsenal after a very, very good, period at Lyon. Things have actually not worked out. He's been at Arsenal over 5 years. He's not really been that top striker that he had hoped to become. Arsene Wenger signed him. That French connection, the moment Arsene Wenger left, then everything became even worse. But his, I think going back to Lyon, I don't feel it's a very, very good move for him. I thought AC Milan would have been a better suit, or a club of that level, AC Milan, Juventus. Going back to Lyon, his career, for me, it has just come to an end. I don't see him come from Lyon and then go to a club like Juve, AC Milan, or Barca. At 30, if he spends another 3 years at Lyon, it's absolutely over. But you never know. Strikers these days do have the longevity, and we might just find ourselves having another, long-serving striker on the stage, just like Robert Lewandowski. But yeah, free deal. Arsenal get him off the weight bill. He's been earning up to 180,000. Scored 4 goals in the last campaign, 2 penalty goals, 2 non-penalty goals. Now, not good enough for Arsenal, but Lyon, they always know how to get goals from this guy. They can do it again. They have a chance now. Okay, Paul Pogba signed for free from Manchester United to Juve, and then signed for 89 million from Juve to Manchester United, and now he's signing for 0 million back to Juve. Juventus, this is an absolute joke. What are you doing? But he's been absolutely inconsistent at Manchester United. I wouldn't say really horrendous, but his career just seems to suggest that his career at Manchester United has been absolutely horrendous. I think the player, the midfield maestro they signed, didn't actually come around. Has it been tactical, failure? What is the problem with Paul Pogba? I really cannot understand. But at Manchester United, it's actually not worked out. He's agreed a 4-year deal back to Juventus on a free deal. I think he's going to be earning around 8 to 9 million euros per year. Yeah, he's going to be earning his money, honestly. But Manchester United fans, they are angry. Pogba, United fans are absolutely angry with you, bro. Do not come back. Do not even come back at the Old Trafford. They're absolutely going to, tear you into pieces. Aurelien Tchouameni also made his move, done deal to Real Madrid, 100 million euros. It looks like Madrid have just been very, very clever. They're trying to replace Luka Modric, Casemiro, and Toni Kroos slowly but surely. Camavinga coming in last summer, and now Aurelien Tchouameni coming in for 100 million euros. So many clubs that wanted him. This guy is absolutely a bowler, very good. Liverpool wanted him. He talked to Jurgen Klopp, but he only wanted Real Madrid. PSG wanted him. He talked to technical director Mbappe, but he only wanted Real Madrid, according to Fabrizio Romano. 100 million euros. I think that's a price tag that's gonna take some time to prove. His position is not going to actually yield a lot of pressure. You don't ask him to score as many goals as Romelu Lukaku, as Robert Lewandowski. He's going to be in that midfield, try to make sure that the team has the legs that they are lacking at the moment. If you ask me, Madrid in that Champions League Champions League season, how many games did they control? They absolutely controlled no game, especially in the knockout stages. They were absolutely dominated. For me, the reason they don't have the legs, Kroos, Modric, the only players that were running in that midfield were Valverde and Casemiro, but the rest of the two boys are really, really tired. They don't have the legs, but they do have the quality. That is what Aurelien Tchouameni comes in with. He brings in the legs, he brings in the quality. He's youthful. He's absolutely going to impact that Real Madrid midfield. Now, Sadio Mane to Bayern Munich is very, very close, according to Fabrizio Romano. There is a verbal agreement between club and player. We expect that one to be announced very, very soon. Bayern Munich will be making another bid for Sadio Mane. The first one, 25 million euros, was actually turned down, but they do have a verbal agreement on salary and personal terms. He's told Liverpool he's not going to be staying at the club, and he's agreed to join Bayern Munich. He only wants to join Bayern, by the way. There are no other clubs interested in him, and there are no clubs that will be getting a chance to sign him. He only wants to move to Bayern Munich. The big question is how much is going to be the price that he's going to be moving for. Another one, lads. Liverpool losing Sadio Mane. Do they feel some, do they feel it hard? Because for me, Mane has been absolutely consistent for Liverpool ever since signing in from Southampton. The fact that they're going to lose him, but there is a solution, and we'll talk about the solution for you Liverpool fans. Do not worry. And that is the solution. Darwin Núñez signing in from Benfica. I think it's going to be becoming that number 9. Robert Lewandowski for Jurgen Klopp at Borussia Dortmund. It looks like it's going to be a little change in how Liverpool play. They've been playing with a false 9 more recently, with Roberto Firmino giving them that false 9 role, and now Darwin Núñez is a typical number 9. 100 million euros, sorry, 85 million euros plus bonuses. The deal is going to end in 100 million euros. God, what are we talking about here? But of course, Liverpool needed this one with Mane moving out and Haaland signing from Manchester City. They need to keep up the competition. They need to just keep on pressing. They need to win the league next season, because this current squad, I think that is when that will be their last chance. I don't know what you think, but I think that will be their last chance. They need to win the league. Darwin Núñez, 26 goals in the last campaign for Benfica. That is absolutely ridiculous. Just imagine Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, and Mo Salah on that forward line. Good to see. Very, very scary to hear about. Erling Haaland signing for Manchester City. Guys, let's speak about this. If there is a steal, if there is a bargain of the summer, it is this guy. Can you believe that Erling Haaland signed for Manchester City for only 54 million pounds from Borussia Dortmund? Actually, it's around 70 million euros, but if you put it in pounds, it's actually 54 million pounds. Very, very big bargain. Yes, the deal is going to end in around 250 million euros and blah blah blah, but Erling Haaland, look, this guy is one of those players that can score 20 goals in 20 games. How many goals is he going to score in the Premier League in his first season? We do not know, but this one is absolute absolute class of a signing. I cannot say anything much more than that. And finally, Yves Bissouma to Borussia, to Tottenham Hotspur is also on. That's a done deal. 25 million. Everything agreed. The player flew to London from international break to conclude his deal, do his medicals, and also confirm himself as part of the new Antonio Conte project. I think they need that one. They just need someone who can be very strong, play in a single pivot, and then they can add a creative midfielder. They predominantly play in a 3-4-3 formation, so they do not have so many midfielders actually in that midfield. They typically play with two. It's gonna be Bissouma for me and Rodrigo Bentancur. Then you have Ivan Perisic and another wing back. Then of course the three up top are always very, very usual. Ken, Son, and Jan Kulusevski, Lucas Moura as well, providing cover. So those are all the big done deals that we can talk about. Like I said, I will keep on updating the list until we get some Arsenal signings. Honestly, that is the only reason as to why I will keep on updating this list. See you soon.